Yep, I know. I keep on saying it, don't I? I'm back again. So, you think you're a good change manager, do you? You know, that legend in your own lifetime? Well, sometimes it's just worth taking a look into the mirror and look at yourself to see if you have any of these following traits that I'm going to go through now. Because if you do, you may not necessarily be as good as you think. I'm not going to go through loads and loads and loads. I'm going to go through 15 of them, okay? And I think they're probably the more important ones. So, I'm not trying to criticise. I'm just sort of putting forward a bit of a view, okay? So, first of all, do you have poor communication skills? Effective communication is essential for managing change. Don't we just know that? Yeah. If you struggle to articulate things like goals, plans, and reasons behind the change, it can lead to confusion and resistance. Lack of empathy. Change often brings uncertainty and stress for employees. If you don't empathize with them, with these feelings, you will overlook the human aspect of change, leading to lots of decreased morale and probably productivity. Inflexibility. Change rarely follows a linear path. And unexpected challenges are absolutely inevitable. If you're someone who is rigid, and unwilling to adapt change plans in response to feedback or new information, you may just derail the change process. Blindness. Can't see a thing. To organizational culture. Every organization has its unique culture, which influences how change is perceived and implemented. Ignoring or absolutely underestimating the impact of culture on change initiatives can lead to masses of resistance and probably change failure. No, not the 70%. Hush your mouth up. Wash your mouth out with soap. Okay. Poor stakeholder management. Neglecting key stakeholders or failing to involve them in the change process can lead to opposition and, again, resistance. Effective stakeholder management is absolutely essential for successful change. Blame shifting. It's their fault, not mine. When faced with challenges or setbacks, if you start blaming everybody else apart from yourself rather than taking responsibility, that undermines trust in you. Resistance management. We know that in any change initiative there is going to be resistance. Ignoring this can actually lead to serious consequences regarding eventual usage and adoption and consequential success. Not engaging the sponsor. Naughty change manager. Is your responsibility to engage with a sponsor to ensure that they are aware of their responsibilities and adhere to them. Not doing so will likely cause failure. I'm going to produce a Sunday SoundByte on that specific subject sometime in the future. Okay. Not managing the grapevine. Sorry. So, not managing the grapevine. The grapevine is an absolutely powerful covert communication channel, that needs to be infiltrated by you, the change manager, so you can understand the kind of things stakeholders are saying behind your back. Okay, and you can then action these as necessary, or put them down, or change the narrative. Okay, only using one methodology. All right, being a one-trick pony and not being able to look any further than the one methodology you have been trained on will cause you many, many problems. Ignoring data-driven insights. Change relies very much on data. And if you ignore those data-driven insights to help you plan your change intervention, it is short-sighted and causes many missed opportunities. the use of simple language, like I hopefully do most of the time. People like to understand, of course, what they're being told, and using three-letter acronyms, non-familiar terms, will only turn your stakeholders off, okay, and to the extent of probably ignoring you. Hiding behind your CM fancy dashboard, spending all your time inputting data into your dashboard as opposed to actually engaging with your stakeholders to try and please the C-suite on the next steering group or program board. You know how they like pictures and stuff like that. Lack of transparency. If you are not open and honest with your communications, and let's face it, not a lot of people are, especially people from the C-suite, which I mentioned before, I mean, actually telling it the way it is, you know, what is the truth? Stakeholders will obviously see through those communications, and resist even more than they would normally. And finally, I think this is the 15th, I don't know whether I've missed any, but whatever, giving in to pressure. When you are asked to do something that goes against the data that you've got, your data-driven insight, or your own beliefs as a change manager, and you just give in to pressure and do whatever for an easy life going forward. Have you got any of those traits? Look at yourself in the mirror now. Come on, be honest with yourself, please. Okay. See you next week. Bye.